y'all. Okay, so we're on day 7 of medicine, and we actually have a doctor's appointment on Thursday where they're gonna let us know what's next. So we'll start stems on Saturday. We'll do stems for like 9 to 14 days, depending on how my body reacts, and then afterwards, we'll do egg retrieval, which they said is kind of painful. We'll be under general anesthesia for like a good 30 minutes, and then in 3 to 5 days they'll put the embryo back in, because we're going to do a fresh embryo transfer, not a frozen one. And then we've decided that we're going to freeze the rest of the embryos. Right?
No.
You didn't decide that?
No, we didn't decide that.
What did we say?
We didn't know what we were going to do.
I thought today you said yes.
No, we didn't discuss that.
I believe that we should freeze the rest of the embryos for any future situations. So basically, it's like if you want to get to the point where as though you want to have another child and you're having problems again, you could just freeze the embryos instead of going through a whole cycle of fresh in vitro all over again. So it'll reduce the amount of medicine. I have been giving myself some shots. Actually, I've given them to myself like the last 5 days, but let me show you my room. I bruised myself really bad.
Oh, and we do have a visitor, Aunt Jenny.
Aunt Jenny. Hi. Yeah. Okay. Look. So I bruised myself really bad. They said that I may have hit a capillary because I didn't do it 90 degrees. But you see, I'm still gonna do it. I did it. I still have been like doing it anyway, even after I bruised myself. Just move to the other side. So here we go. Oh, Jesus. I still hate it.
Aren't you supposed to move to the other side?
I did it. I did the other side yesterday. I did this side yesterday. Okay, let's see. Ready, set. Ha-ha, no blood today. So the other day when I bruised myself, I made it bleed. That's how I knew something was wrong. And then it got real hard and started like pussing. Not pussing out, but it was really nasty. I was scared. So, why are you looking like that?
You be dramatic. It was not pussing.
It did. It started lumping.
Pussing and lumping.
That's what I made a mistake. It like burned when you put the medicine in. It really did.
Wow.
Stephen be like thinking I'm exaggerating, but that part is the stingy part. That's why every time I still got like touch it after.
Oh.
Yeah, thanks, Jenny. Okay, here we go. And so yesterday we went out to watch the Super Bowl, and we had to do it at my own house. And then we didn't bring the containers. I had to put it inside of a water bottle. But
What you do with the water bottle? Did you throw it away?
yes, that's what they said do.
Okay.
What else? Oh, the side effects. The side effects of the medication is really just causing me to be like extremely grumpy and sluggish, hungry. I'm always hungry. I want to eat all day, but I have to like
3
find
o'clock in the morning.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Graham crack. Like she woke up out of her sleep.
I
and
think I
wanted
might have
one
been
graham
dreaming
cracker.
about it. But I did want the graham cracker, and it was really good. But either way, I'm going to have to find, like, healthier snacks to eat, especially, like, during the day, since my job involves me, like, I sit down a lot. So,
Tell them all the stuff you couldn't do and could do. Like
oh,
your
yeah,
nail
something new
polish.
now. Yeah, so I can't get my nails done anymore, which is really hard for me because y'all know I love the nail salon. So, me not being able to get my nails done is going to be very hard until after the process is over. They said like no acrylic, no gel. If I do polish, it has to be a natural polish. So I've been like searching. I've already gained 4 pounds, and I'm gonna have. They said that I'll probably end up gaining like another 10. My doctor said. So I'm on the hunt for leggings and big shirts that are still appropriate for me to wear to work.
Tell them that's
Excuse me,
your
y'all.
dog.
Blue is having a really nice time. He wants to join the video today. I'm not particularly sure why. Like, I don't know what's going on.
That's
You
a
want to
part of
come
your
up?
family.
You You wanna? Okay. Hey, baby. All right. So I wonder how exactly Blue's gonna act once I'm like really pregnant, cause he's always wanting to be under us. So that's gonna be hard. Um, I was gonna go over some things. Like I had wrote some things down, and I really did forget where I even put them at. Like some things that you're not supposed to say to a woman that's going through. I think a lot of people like don't understand it, and that's fine because a lot of women don't like talking about it. But like one thing I've realized, like a lot of people at work, they keep saying, you know, well, if y'all just relax, it's gonna happen. Like we've relaxed, we've done that already. We've been through that entire part. We've already, you know, not did this and tried that and did this. Like, don't keep saying that it's gonna happen naturally, because if it was gonna happen naturally, then we would not be doing IVF. That really kind of burns me up when somebody continues to say that over and over again. Or like, or maybe, you know, it's just not meant for y'all to have children. Like, so would you tell a woman that smokes cigarettes or don't take care of their kids that it's not meant for them to have kids? It's just the idea that we need a little bit more help. Like, infertility is definitely not something like a punishment from God or anything like that. It's just something that a lot of women go through. And I've honestly come to the realization from doing these videos that there are way more women that are going through this than women that I know anyway, than women that are not. I have been surprised by the amount of direct messages, people coming up to us at work, people that's talking, sending Steven messages, that follow me on Instagram or Facebook, and like explaining their story and saying like how somebody they know is going through it, or it's something that they've been through. So it's really crazy. I don't know if it's something that has happened with like women our age. You understand what I'm saying? In regards to like medication or something like that, but it's definitely way more common than it's not. And a lot of women can't afford to do IVF, or their insurance doesn't cover it, or they're not married. So just if somebody is like of age to have children and they're in a relationship or they're married and they don't have kids, just like don't keep asking them like when you're gonna have kids or when is this gonna happen, because you never know like what their situation is. And some people are really more so like, I'm not gonna say ashamed, but embarrassed to talk about it. Do you have anything to say today?
Nope.
Nothing at all. Let me see. Oh, and another thing, like, don't tell people you're gonna end up like Octomom. My cousin said that yesterday, and that annoyed me because I'm not gonna have 8 kids. That's not gonna happen. Actually, the doctors don't even support or want to like tell people that they're gonna have multiples. They would rather everyone have one child, unless you're like 38 years old, you've never had children, IVF has failed a number of times. Then they'll say we're gonna implant 3, so that if 3 work, you'll have 3 kids. But if 2 work, you'll have 2 kids. But they don't like look forward to saying, hey, you know what, you're going to have multiples, because multiple children causes a higher risk of like for pregnancy. Like it's harder for you to deal with multiple children in regards to being pregnant, and you're already going through this stuff with all of these different hormones. So that's that. And then another one, the last thing is like, it can't be that bad. Like, only people that goes through IVF understands how detrimental the situation is. It's not just about being bruised or having to shoot yourself with needles. It's definitely more of a mental thing all the way around the board. Like, constantly thinking about, why me? Why is this something that I have to go through? Why do I have to shoot myself with needles? Why can't we have a child naturally? Are all things that you're going to constantly have to deal with in your mind already. So like, for somebody to kind of remind you of those things, it's hard. So if you have a friend or know somebody that's going through IVF, just be as supportive as possible. Try to just say, hey, you know, how are you feeling? How are things going? We're praying for you. But like, all of the
Be positive.
Yeah, be positive, optimistic. You understand what I'm saying? All of the other like extra comments are really kind of like,
Bashing.
yeah, well, my friend tried IVF 7 times and it didn't work, and then she stopped trying and it worked for her naturally. Okay, well, while I'm in the process, I really don't want to hear about nobody else's IVF failing, because I'm an overthinker and I don't want to think that ours is going to fail.
think it is an understatement.
Well, I know that much, but I'm working on that. I'm continuing to learn patience.
And leave Google alone when y'all doing this. Just leave Google alone. Don't keep Googling on the other people's problems that they had, because then you take on their problems.
I haven't
Google
been,
is the devil.
I really haven't been Googling. I'm in the IVF support group.
If I Google that what you just said, they're gonna tell me you lying.
No, I'm in the support group. That's different.
That's even worse. Cause I don't be thinking they be doing everything that they supposed to
Yeah,
do.
because it's like everybody got their own lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody
They be
stuff
missing.
is
They be
different.
missing. They be missing shots.
That is
Yeah.
true. And
Yeah.
then their doctors are not the same. Because I saw this one lady and she said that she IVF failed for her the first time, and then her doctor put her on Lupron, which is what we're already on. So, the fertility center that we are going to is extremely successful. Dr. Bass does a really good job, and they call you all day long about everything. But my vitamin D did go up, so hopefully on Thursday when we get new blood work, it'll be increased again. They did my AMH, which is for your ovarian reserve. So I'm not sure if you know, but women that has endometriosis, there's a possibility that if you've had it for too long, it'll start to deplete your eggs. So then once it's time for you to freeze your eggs or get pregnant or use your eggs, there won't be any. So they have to test you for AMH, which basically means that they'll decide whether or not you have enough eggs to even go through the process. So those results came back and she called me today and told me that was all fine, it's normal. So we don't have to worry about anything in that department. You got anything else? You sleepy? Okay. Blue is just really just invading the whole video today.
You know.
So we'll come back Thursday and do a video after we find out. We do an ultrasound to make sure that the follicles are growing, and then we'll do blood work on Thursday, and then on Saturday we'll start STEM. So it's 4 shots a day. 4 shots a day for at least 12 days.
So when we start the ones that go on your backside.
I don't think any of the shots go on my butt except for the trigger shot, which will be the shot that we take right before we go in for the egg retrieval. So they're going to give us the trigger shot. It's going to make me ovulate. And then while I'm ovulating, they're going to be taking the eggs out while I'm under the anesthesia. So he is doing the most today. Okay, well, we'll see you all Thursday, and hopefully we'll continue to have good news. Send us your prayers and support. Thanks to everyone for supporting once again, and everyone that's watching, even the people that we don't realize is watching. Thank you so much, and we really appreciate it. Okay.